Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to another amazing episode of People Helping People live show. I appreciate everybody who's been in on the streams. We've just been continuously growing, stream over stream, almost doubling in the amount of people that are showing up and watching us live. And then our numbers are growing over time as people are watching post or past shows and catching up with everything. And I am just so grateful with the way that things are panning out here. I feel like we've really found our niche. We found some amazing strides in the community and just being able to bring people together. And I reiterate that quite often because that is exactly why we're here. This is people helping people. And without you guys being here to support us the way that you are, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. And so I really appreciate all the feedback everybody's given. Anybody that's joining us and is popping into the chat with questions, with hellos, I'm going to get to you as quickly as I can, but I appreciate you guys being interactive. I just can't say enough good things. We have found our pocket, we have found our lane, we have found ways to help people universally. And yeah, it wouldn't be possible without all you guys. So thank you so much, and welcome to another amazing episode of People Helping People. Let's get into it. Da 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 da. Nice little cup of Joe here in the evening. If you got something you're sipping on, go ahead and take a sip with us. And our music that's just getting us demonetized left and right, that's totally fine. That's what it is. So Facebook is completely, it's crushed us as creators, and that's okay. But I think that the soundboard that I have here, because they're preloaded sounds, I've just been playing with them, right? I've been playing with the music, been playing with the laugh tracks, the clap tracks, all these things. They've shut us down. So we have no opportunity of making money on Facebook. Don't care. That's okay. That's fine. We're going to pivot. We're going to continue to move forward. No big deal. But the thing is, I need to get anybody that happens to be on Facebook watching us live over to the YouTube. Go over to YouTube. It's youtube.com/, people helping people live. Spell it out. There's an @ sign. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I can point at this. It's all backwards. Right here. Right here. youtube.com/@ people helping people live. So if you go over there, show some love. We appreciate you guys. And we have a really, really exciting show for you tonight. We've been having guests on the show since the beginning. And they've been sharing their wisdom. They've been sharing their stories, whether it be about their business, their music, their art, and hopefully inspiring you guys to maybe try some of these things, or just sitting back and listening, because all these people's stories have been, I mean, for me, I've just been taking so much in and learning as much as I possibly can. And I hope that everybody that's watching is feeling the same. And so what we're going to do, we're going to try something a little bit different this episode. And I am super excited about it. We are taking some of our past guests and checking in with them. So maybe you missed their episode, and you can get we're going to have a quick conversation with a few of our guests that have been on the show before and get an update. We're going to talk to them about where they are now, if they have new goals, if they're reaching new heights, if there's new challenges, and just touch base with them. And if you missed their episode, well, they're going to be here. So you'll know who they are, what their business is, and you can go back and listen to their full episode. So without further ado, I'm really excited to bring on our first guest for the evening for our first 10-minute checkup segment of the show, Teresa Vanderveer, ladies and gentlemen.
Fine. Hi, Alex. Thanks so much for having me on your show.
Yes,
It's a
hello. How are
pleasure.
you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm standing outside a restaurant as I didn't get done in time. So it wasn't too loud. I stepped outside. But it was
Yeah.
so lovely to see you again.
Oh, it's great to see you too. Is there any echo? So I need some help from the crowd. If there's anybody out there, just let me know how we sound as we continue to go forward. Okay. So, yeah, let's check in with you. For the people that don't know and didn't see our first episode, which was really enlightening, super inspiring, we got to learn a lot about your story, and how things came to fruition for you, a beautiful resort that you have. But let's go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, I'm Teresa Vandeveer, and I am owner of Rushing River Retreat, which is a old west town bed and breakfast that is on the river in the Detroit Lake area in Oregon. And yeah, we just uh, it's been an exciting week. Uh, when I was on last, I kind of gave my story about starting off, trying to get my foot in the door, being an artist, thinking New York, I was going to be in stage and set design, and then ended up cleaning toilets and wiping floors so I could get in the door. And of course, they're always like, "Yeah, you want to make us coffee and clean the toilets for free?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have you come in." And that started my career as a set designer and working in art. And now, in my retirement, I've got this beautiful place called Rushing River Retreat. And we had opened it about 10 years ago, did a bunch of work to it, loved it. And then we had a big fire. There's fires are going around. So we had a big fire, and it has taken us 2 years to rebuild. And we opened this weekend and had our first guest.
Yes. A
Yeah,
round of applause for that. That's beautiful.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 years of a lot of hard work and toil, and 5-star reviews. They love it. So
Beautiful.
all the
Beautiful.
hard work was worth it. Yeah.
Great. Gosh, that's amazing. And so, yeah, you guys, I mean, your story, for one, if anybody didn't listen, they didn't see that episode, go back and listen to what it takes to have some grit, what it takes to take chances, what it looks like to kind of just lay it all on the line and go for it. Put yourself in precarious situations to win. And she was the definition of that. You are the definition of that. She put herself in positions to be able to surround herself with smarter people that were doing the things she wanted to do. And like she had said, sometimes that takes scrubbing toilets and getting people coffee in order to
That's it.
just be surrounded by that energy. And now she's got this. I mean, there's so many things that we could cover, and we still need to unpack everything else that you do in your life. But we're honing in on a Rushing River retreat. So you had these
So
fires, which
we did.
completely, yes, and that destroyed your business for 2 years essentially.
Even
Tell me.
before that, because we had the 2020 fire, a Beachy Creek fire, which burned down the town. And
Mm,
we had a store in town, and so that was we had paddleboards and kayaks and a beach store, and it was really fun, and the town was beautiful. And that was 2020, and it has never been rebuilt back.
mm,
It's just still empty. A lot of big mansions have been built all the way around the resort area, but the downtown itself and the restrictions and the rules and the because we were an old log cabin and had been grandfathered in, and then the lot is too small and too close to the lake to be able to put in septic and yada yada yada, and it has absolutely stopped. There's been really zero rebuild. But we had our business, it was spared. We should Russian River Retreat. And then oddly enough, we thought, oh my gosh, we are so blessed to have that spared. And then last February, we got a phone call that our place was on fire.
mm.
And apparently it was in our pump house. It caught our outdoor shower and kitchen on fire, and then propane tanks exploded, and then it went from there, which was absolutely terrifying after we just lived through the big 2020 fire.
Yeah.
And
And that's up in Oregon for anybody
in
wondering. The
Oregon,
Rushing River Retreat is
right,
up in
Detroit
Oregon,
Lake, yes,
Detroit Lake, Oregon. Yes.
yeah. So you kind of the insurance company says, well, we'll give you enough to pay off your loan. I'm like, well, but then I have a big burned out house, and it had a ballroom with dance mirrors in it, and we had beautiful events. And I thought, well, then I've just got this big, beautiful property on the water, and it's all burned up. So
Yes.
we decided to bite the bullet and put the money back in. And I'm a set designer, and I was able to, for all those of you that missed it, I didn't graduate high school, and right out of I was 17 years old, I went to New York, and I thought that I could work creating set design and painting because I loved it in high school, and I kind of had to wash toilets and clean floors because I had no training and I had no education. But you know what? I came from the school of hard knocks. I wanted in. I ended up working in Los Angeles. I worked on Terminator 2. I worked on Creep Show. I worked with really great actors and wonderful people. And all of that led to me opening my production art studios, which I did MTV Music Awards in New York and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and did all sorts of things without, leaving home early and thinking I was going to make something of myself. And funny thing,
Yes.
it
Yes. So
worked.
yes, exactly. So
It worked.
you went through so many different iterations of who you were as a human being, but you
Yeah.
kind of had an idea of where you wanted to be, or at least who you wanted to be surrounded by. And by putting yourself in those situations, it allowed you to eventually get to this point where now your place had burned down. It's a terrible phone call to receive, and on the other end of that, you get to put everything that you have learned over the years of set design into this place. Now tell me what Rushing Rivers Retreat looks like now after the
Well,
fires
we've got
and
a
you built
mini
back up.
Western town. Yeah, it's a mini Western town, a livery stable, an old hotel, a saloon, a post office, and all of those are rooms that you can rent and stay in. So you can
So
stay in
cool.
an old West town. It's on the riverside. There's two outdoor living rooms. There are many multiple decks on the riverfront, and you can get down in the water and a swing over the water. And it is truly Rushing River. It's a retreat, and created like a set design for the movies.
Beautiful. Well, Lantair, I appreciate. Do you have anything else coming up that you would like to discuss with the people? Do you have some things that you're working on? Are there some goals in the
I
future?
do. I have it. I've been doing a lot of painting, personal painting, which for years, almost 20 years, I only did commission work and theater set design work, film work. And so now that I am retired, I've been
Mhm.
doing some painting, and I actually have my work in a gallery in McMinnville. If those of you watching don't know McMinnville, it's kind of the heart of Oregon wine country, and there's a gallery there called John Stormy's Art Gallery, and I've got my work that is there for sale. And I don't know why, I did a bunch of Western kind of themed artwork. I've got it hanging in my old Western town, but I also have pieces up for sale in the gallery on 3rd Street in McMinnville.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for doubling back with us. And I feel
Oh,
as
thank you
though,
for asking me.
yes, I cannot wait to have you back on the show because there's so many things to uncover. I mean, you're just, you know, what I say last time, a Swiss Army knife of a human being. You've got every tool in the toolbox. You've been through a
Hey, that's
lot.
what happens when you start with nothing and you really want it. You
Yes,
don't stop. You just keep
absolutely,
going. And like I
absolutely.
said in our last time together, I had shattered my leg and had a real setback, almost a year in a wheelchair. And I clearly remember the day I could get up and make my bed. And I
Ah,
thought, okay, if I can do this, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I can do
yeah,
it.
yeah. And
And
being
came back.
thankful for that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
beautiful.
hope everybody out there listening looks up Rushing River Retreat. If you guys need to get away and unplug, I got a room.
Yes, beautiful. So rushingriverretreat.com, correct?
Yes,
Perfect. Okay,
that's it.
so yes, so Teresa, before I let you go, Aunt Ter, just
Yeah.
let the people know where they can get a hold of you. Is that the best place? Rushingriverretreat.com?
Yeah, or you can just give me a call. That's 503-854-3500. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions about art or film or how to get your foot in the door. I love to mentor. I love to pass on the information. I love to share with you.
Beautiful. That's why you're an amazing addition to People Helping People. And thank you so much for coming back on the show. We will
All
set
right.
up a time to have another hour segment of you and I just sitting down and catching up in life. I love you.
Love you.
Thanks so
Bye,
much.
Alex. Thank
Bye.
you.
Gosh, she is an inspiration, truly. She has done so much as we covered, and she just continues to push forward, and she's got so many little nuggets for everybody. So again, if you have not seen that episode, go back to Teresa Vanderveer's episode. You're going to go to my YouTube channel here. Let me see if I can pull that up in the banners. Go to the YouTube channel, and goodness, how do I do this? I'm still learning this stuff, you guys. So, hey, there we go. Is this, yeah, this is the side right here. YouTube.com/@ people helping people live. Subscribe to that. Subscribe to that YouTube channel because Facebook doesn't like us. So we're making pivots, and I know you guys are here with me. So I appreciate you. Again, thanks so much for coming on, Teresa Vanderveer. We appreciate you, and I just look forward to having another conversation with her about her art and showcasing some of that. And in the comments there, if you go to rushingriverretreat.com, you can see what I'm talking about. It's the most amazing place in Oregon ever. It is unreal, a complete Western town in the midst of the woods on a rushing river. You're not going to see anything like it, and it's definitely worth a visit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that my soundboard is not. Can you guys hear those claps? Yes or no? No, no claps. Okay, I'm getting no's from the peoples. Okay. Yeah, so, anyways, I was playing some claps for Teresa, so I'll just give her some of this. Thank you again. And we have another guest for you guys. He is a buddy of mine that is here in the Tucson area, and him and I just clicked. We hit it off right off the bat as two local business owners with insanely creative mindsets. And I think that him and I both need to be reined in a little bit with our just outlandish creative ideas when we get together, and it's fun. It's fun. I love people like this in my life. And last time that we sat down on this podcast and talked about his business, Aero Mechanic Shop here in Tucson, I was in the midst of having a hypoglycemic attack. For those of you that don't know, I'm a type 1 diabetic. So if you want to hear somebody who's really inspirational or just simply watch me have a hypoglycemic attack on camera, go watch that episode on People Helping People Live. But thankfully, he's such a good speaker and he really carried the show. There was moments where I was like, my alarms are going off on my insulin pump, and I just ask him an open-ended question and be like, hold it down, just don't stop talking. He was right there. So this is my brother and close friend. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. This is Ari Barrera. And I
Hey,
know I
what's
butchered
going on, Alex?
that. How are you, my brother?
All right, all right. Just hanging out in my little music room.
Oh,
So,
nice. Oh,
yeah,
dude. Yeah, see, I got to come to
got
your
a
place and check it out.
we got a kit back there. We got everything, bass amps, guitar amps, everything. It's fun.
Come on. Nice, man. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you heard as I was telling the people, you came onto the show and I was struggling and you held it down, man. And you had an amazing story to tell and you're doing a lot of things for the Tucson community, which is why I wanted to double back and kind of touch base with you, man. So for the people that don't know, I gave you a little introduction, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I'm Ari. I own my wife and I own Aero Automotive over on the far east side on Golf Links and Harrison area. And we've embarked on this journey to give back to the community. And we've officially launched the website carsfortucson.org. And we're so excited. Yeah, so it's to provide, and I'm just going to jump right into it, Alex, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
let's do it. Unpack it.
We're excited. We're excited to be able to provide auto repairs either on the cheap, low cost, free in some instances, and we're planning to get all the way to gifting vehicles to those that are on the verge of houselessness, where they need a car to get to work and just keep it going. And we're just excited about it.
Man, you are out here doing God's work, and I cannot here. You know what? The people at home are clapping
Thank you.
too.
That's hilarious.
My
Thank you.
soundboard's
That's so
not
funny.
working right now, but
Yeah, I
the
appreciate
fact of
it.
the matter is to not only own a mechanic shop, right, but to be thinking in the future of how you can really make an impact in a community. And I feel like there's been, I've been homeless 3 times over, and just simply getting transportation was one of the
Right.
hardest things.
Yeah.
I rode to and from my work 7 miles each way on a longboard to make my job work. Then I would, anyways, I just say that to, give you your flowers of, if I had something like that in the times that I was going through, it would have been absolutely life changing and catapult me into new beginnings so much faster. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, my hat's off to you, brother. I mean, that's like I said, that's God's work right there. And you're on the forefront. I went ahead and put carsfortucson.org. And so that website is officially launched. And give me a little bit more intel on that if you could.
Yeah, so that's launched. We have a fiscal sponsor who's a 501(c)(3. The donations can you can already if you want to donate financially, folks can do that, or a vehicle as well. We recondition it. The shop, Air Automotive, will recondition that also for free as a way to give back to the community.
Mm,
And then yeah, and we already have. I was on KBOI this morning. I was interviewed on the Rainmakers show to speak about Cars for Tucson. So thanks, Alex. This is already like helping make sure this takes off and
beautiful,
we can make an
man.
impact. Yeah.
Yeah, gosh, that's great. So, yeah, so you own a shop. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Aero Automotive? Because I personally, I own a rental car agency, and it's been so tough for me to find any mechanics that are honest workers. And I'm not going to dox any company here out in Tucson. I'm not going to throw out any names, but I will say that I've been to multiple just trying to get honest work done. And it's not easy.
Yeah.
And I think anybody who drives a vehicle feels the same. It's really easy to pull the veil over anybody's eyes because not 99% of people aren't mechanics. So
Right.
to hear somebody who has the capacity that you do to do such good in the community and owns a mechanic shop, I would love to allow you to open the doors of your mechanic shop to my community.
Sure. Thank you. Aero Automotive. We're there to be able to provide, like you said, reliable, trustworthy work. No shop's perfect. We don't claim to be perfect. I don't claim to be the best shop, by the way. Um, we do claim that we bring value in our honesty.
Yeah.
That's value. We provide photos and videos. Everything's convenient, electronic. So we do digital vehicle inspections. So we can show the customers what's going on with the car. When we test something, we upload a photo or a video, and that's really what we pride ourselves on,
That's huge.
uh,
That's huge. That
yeah,
transparent. Sorry to cut you off, but
uh,
if I could have got photos or just some type of video, or like you said, when you're testing certain things, show the client, hey, when we're looking at these brake pads, these are at, and there's a ruler up to it,
just measure. Yep, there's a
2 30 seconds,
measurement.
like that,
Yeah,
to be able to see that without somebody just being like, you need $3,000 in repair because, and then they go down a laundry list.
right. Well,
That's
why do I
transparency.
need it? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, like give me a reason. So I mean, that's commendable right there, man. And
yeah,
and
so
yeah,
we've invested in the infrastructure of the business. So, that obviously takes money, but we've invested into a great, software where all the mechanics have their a shop provided phone that they can go ahead and upload, their findings, and then we send that off to the customer. And we also don't use pushy sales tactics because nobody likes that. So all we do is we pretty much present it like, here's what's wrong with your car. You let us know what you would like to attack, or what you would like to hold off on. We do let them know if something's safety related. But that's it.
Great.
That's how we go
Great.
about it.
Thanks for sharing that, man. And I
Thank you.
really enjoyed our first conversation, even though, to be honest with you, I didn't remember most of it because I was having a hypoglycemic attack and just trying to hold it together for the show.
You did
It was like,
great, by the way. So
it was
all
crazy. I
good.
watched it back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't
It,
land one plane. It was just
all
me
good. It was.
talking into
I
the
think it was
distance.
great. It was great. It was great.
No, but what I wanted to say is on the flip side of that coin, you were very poignant. You handled yourself very well, and you made the points of what you were there to do. And it was a joy to have you on the show, and I cannot wait to run it back. That's the whole reason I'm stating all of that is I'm
Thank
excited
you.
to run it back, and you and I are going to be working together in the future in one way or another.
Yes, we
Crazy
are.
creatives get together and we're like, let's do this, let's do
Yes,
that. And
that's right.
yeah,
That's
and
right.
I
And I can share it because the wife gets tired of hearing about my wacky ideas. So it's
yeah.
nice that I get to share them with someone else and be like,
Oh
let's do it.
yeah, yes, I'm all in
So,
on that stuff, man. So I'm excited, and for the people listening, and I actually want to run this past you with an audience right now.
yeah.
I'm thinking that we do, because we were discussing having all of the business owners that are here in the Tucson area. I want to do a roundtable. I want
Yes.
everybody to sit down and we all talk about what business we have. We introduce ourselves, what business we have, the hardships that we have within our business, and then we see who can help with those specific hardships amongst the group, and then we start to discuss a like-minded goal that all of us can work on. So I have my business. We have a couple other business owners and artists and all these things, and we
Yes.
all have the same mindset, but we will not. It's all these reasons why we need to come together. Now, let me propose this on air live with the people. If we do a pre-recorded version of that where we have that roundtable and we record it and put it out for people to see what it looks like for business owners to come together to workshop ideas and possibly work out something that is going to be beneficial for everybody in the community, and give that as a gift to the listeners. Now, I say pre-recorded because if we need to edit things out, we edit things out. But I want to show people the power of having those conversations and what those conversations look like, the structure, the thought processes of multiple business owners being around one table, figuring out how to come together to make something happen. What are your thoughts? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I,
Good.
I, w- I wanted to see if somebody quickly, taped that an answer too.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
Uh, but dude, there's value in that. Of course there is, and sign me up first.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to sign up for that.
Right.
Um, we actually have for something like that, by the way. We would have some space in our conference room at Arrow. We have a little conference room in there, so a little like training center area. We could use that.
Perfect, dude. Yeah. Let's
Bring the
run it.
studio over.
Yeah, man, for sure. And that's the thing is like I'm going to continue to throw these things out into the ether. I'm going to
Yeah.
continue to talk about the things that are going to be happening within my life and the people's lives around me because I feel momentum here. I feel a lot of amazing energy from the people around me that are listening. I feel amazing energy from the people that are on the show. And the more that we talk about the things that we need moving forward in order to do more to help the community, the more those opportunities are going to arise. So, again, thank you, brother, for coming on. If
Absolutely.
anybody needs mechanic work, tell them where to reach you.
Arrowtucson.com is the website for the shop. For those of you interested in getting involved with Cars for Tucson, it's carsfortucson.org. That's live and ready to go. And thanks again, Alex. Quick shout out to you. You're doing a great job. I really admire what you're doing. That you have the guts to do what a lot of us have been like talking about doing for years, and you're doing it. So great job. I don't know if you saw, but on the YouTube live channel, you're already over 860 subscribers. So way to go, dude. I
We're
love
on the
it.
way. We're on the
Yes.
way.
Yes. That's
Thank you,
awesome.
brother. Yeah, and it takes a team. So we're all banding together to make this stuff happen, and we want to bring you guys more value in any which way that we can. Thank you, Ari, for being on the show, my brother, and I
Yes.
am looking forward to our next show and next meeting, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Likewise. We'll be
All right,
talking.
thank you, brother. All right, you guys. Gosh, I wish I could one clap. You guys are clapping at home too. I know it. Ari's the man. He is the man, and I just can't say enough good things about the guests that we've had on this show and the things that these guests are doing. Like, it's unfathomable. Jake from T-Town Boxing, he was in here. We had an incredible conversation, and I fucked up the audio. You know what? I'm gonna take that one on the chin. I fucked up the audio, and so his conversation, I gave him some clips out of it, but we're gonna sit down again and have another great conversation between Jake and I. He owns T-Town Boxing here in Tucson, and he's looking to take over the building there and make a complete wellness center where you go box, you eat smoothies, you maybe have some massage therapy. Like, he's got grandiose ideas, and we're all in the same boat. We're all looking to just serve. We all found our purpose in one way or another. And I'm sitting here telling you guys, I've been teary-eyed all day because I found my freaking purpose. And I just appreciate it. Anytime somebody comes on this show and they tell me how much fun they had and how inspired they were by being on my show, whew, man, something special, something special. But anyways, let's cut the sentimental stuff. That's just all to say I appreciate you guys. And again, I'm going to put up the YouTube channel right here, youtube.com/ at people helping people live. If you're watching from anything but YouTube, just go over to YouTube and subscribe over there. Again, Facebook has demonetized us, so we are making changes, and that's totally cool. But you guys, we have one more guest for you. And I would say that he is the reason that I'm sitting here today. He is the reason that I'm sitting here doing this live stream today. I met him when I opened up my home to have people either come record music or a podcast or music videos. I just posted some photos on Facebook Marketplace and just hope that somebody would hit me up to record some music or shoot a podcast for him. And he has become a friend. He's become a friend, and him and I both want to do something with Tucson. We want to make Tucson a better place. We want to keep it Tucson well informed with what's happening with businesses, and help people with knowledge and wisdom, and just give the people a sure foot. And that's what people helping people live is supposed to be, a sure foot for people to stand on if they need a little bit of pick me up, if they need a little bit of wisdom, or hopefully we have a business on that you may be trying to start, and we can just give you the juice. We just give you the A to Z playbook, and then we're adding value. But with that said, my buddy from 857 Tucson, who we are on his channel live as well. His name is Damien. He is a close friend of mine here in Tucson now, and he is joining us today. And I'm really excited to catch up with him because it's been a minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wish that my soundboard was working so we could give Damien a warm welcome. But, ladies and gentlemen, Damien from 857 Tucson. Welcome in, brother.
What is up? What is happening?
Hey,
Check
man.
1, 2. Can you
Yeah,
hear me
dude.
good?
Loud and clear. How are you, brother?
Hey man, just loving the show, and meeting all the people that in your life, and I just can't wait to meet them someday. Um,
Absolutely.
so yeah, I just been here like a fan, man.
Nice. Nice. Well, again, I don't know if you heard, but none of this would have been here without the push that I feel like I needed. And we started this show together basically on your channel, was like doing a little bit of news and just interacting with the people. and it kind of just evolved over time to being what it is today. But this is about you, man. This is enough about me and doing all this stuff. How you been? What's been up with 857 Tucson? Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, I'm on your channel and mine, so shout out to all your followers and the cars for Tucson.org, and can't wait to meet him and your sister, and so yeah. As far as me, I to back up kind of like your, I believe it was your aunt. I had kids young and started a family business and really just did that. With was nothing into this kind of arena with being on film or anything or doing any news like 857 Tucson, and so I did that, and once we sold that business in 2017, I did another little stint at a university, and then I decided, I need to really do what's in my heart. And I think 857 Tucson, with just incorporating all of the zip codes and just wanting to help and make better. But I had no idea what it was going to be, kind of like everyone starts with their one or two viewers, and that first couple weeks is just, and I'm still in that stage of figuring it out, and it's fun. I'm having fun and I'm meeting cool people like yourself and just connecting and building bridges. So that's where we're at today.
Dude, I love it. And I have seen your growth too. And you started this what, a couple years ago. Were super consistent with it. And for the people that maybe are in my audience, why don't you tell them what 857 Tucson is?
Yeah, well, it's really a news source. I also call it community news. It's also community outreach. I also think it's entertainment. It's a place for people to, meet other people that might feel the same way. Share ideas, opinions in the chats on Facebook, and then also, bringing awareness of the court systems, things that maybe a lot of people don't want to worry about, which is fine, but there is a certain population of people that really, are in tune with the courts, and so it's just mashing all these people together and building unity. And some days, there is some difficult conversations. It's not all roses.
Yeah.
Today I was out at a scene where, it was a domestic violence scene, and I'm out here filming, and the officers are in the wash, and so it can be a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah. So sometimes it gets a little dicey, and it sounds as though maybe you're doing so. Once you started this online, it's a Facebook page, 857 Tucson. You have a YouTube page as well, X, TikTok. I mean, you've really spread across all these platforms, and as you've grown, I so are you doing more like boots on the ground stuff now, or like where is 857 Tucson headed?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's really I'm not really putting anything as far as uh I'm just trying to keep consistent, like you said, bring value, show that really what's going on, what the news isn't bringing, and so I'm just really trying to build that trust with my viewers that, hey, he's going to be there, he's going to show up when nobody's posting that, someone got attacked at this. They'll see my post, and so I'm bringing value, and I know everything that I want to do. Obviously, I'm a big thinker. I have lots of ideas. I'm just taking it one day at a time.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been doing some painting, which I'm going to share here. One of my paintings, and just you know, it can get stressful, and so just really going, hey, this is awesome, and not letting any stress come in. If it does come in, just let it go, and
Yeah.
and and then also just try to build those relationships like you're doing with setting up this meeting. I had some meetings just meeting some very influential people in Tucson that could really help in the future bring some of these things, because it takes money, and some of
Yeah.
these might require a grant, right? And these people have ways that they could actually help some of these amazing ideas
Yeah.
come to fruition.
Yeah, yeah, and and that's as we're sitting here on the live show, you and I, we sit down and creatively just run amok. It's like, well, we could do this, and if we grab one of these, then we could go do that, and that could blossom into a festival, and that, it's like there's,
Hey, it's happening. Yep.
and that's what I'm saying is like I just want to continue to put this out there because
Yeah.
if anybody watching or involved or within, what do they say, there's like six people in, what do they call that, 6 degrees of connection or 6 degrees of separation,
Separation.
right?
Kevin
So
Bacon.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So the point is like I'm putting this stuff out into the world, and I want to say this live is that you're going to be a part of our roundtable, right? We're going to sit down, all of the business owners that I have on my team that are ready to ride for people helping people live, and we are going to come together for one goal. One goal. All of us have this. We'll boil it down to figure out exactly what that looks like for everyone, but when you've got a bunch of big players in Tucson, as far as small business owners are concerned, we all add value in one way or another. And with all our heads together, I know that we can conquer a lot. We can really make a difference. And if we're giving out free cars, I've got my car rental agency, and we have 857 Tucson showing up for the news and running shows. I mean, there's just a lot that we can do, brother, and I'm really looking forward to the future. So I hope that you accept the invitation to be a part of our roundtable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about helping the underdog, and that's a lot of what I think we are. And essentially, we're not sitting here with $1 million and hey, we got this new studio. We're really the underdogs, and I want to, with the platform and how many viewers get it. I really want to help other people get their ideas out, and like I said, there's people helping people, really building on that, and the cars and the art thing is something, and music.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's kind of
exactly.
just, it's happening. I'm all about that collaboration, and just meeting inspirational people.
Yeah, great, man. Well, I look forward to our next endeavors. And what is, you said you're taking things day by day, which I love. I do the same. If I can make it through today, then I'm golden. So, do you have any big future plans? I've been seeing you on the news. I've been seeing you out there, and you said that you've had some meetings recently. Do you have anything that you want to share that's on the horizon for 857 Tucson?
I do. I just don't think you know how much I can. I when I get talking, man, I'll be talking. So what I do, I'm going to share my art. I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
shared.
please
So
do. Yeah.
this is what I've been doing. So this is one of my pieces right here.
Oh man, dude, I love. Are you selling that?
Eventually, it might be. I mean, but this one probably not yet, because it's just I just collect them for a rainy day. But yeah, I wanna eventually get prints.
Yeah.
Um, Here's another one.
Wow. Jeez, man. Yeah. I, you
And then
know,
the last one here is a local. Uh, it's a local one. Arizona Wildcat, Wilbur,
I
and
love that,
he's got the Lamborghini in the back, and
dude.
he's holding the money bag.
Yeah, I love it, man.
So
Yeah, we got to get your art up somewhere so people can come take a look at it, and maybe we do something where we get all the artists together. Because my girlfriend's an amazing artist. You're an incredible artist. Thank you for sharing that, by the way. And yeah, just do something where we
thank you.
can, yeah, where we can get everybody's art together and
Yeah,
be able
yeah, and
to.
that's where it's just kind of these ideas come out, and then we actually put a pen to paper, and we actually I met some people that have some like studios where people do weddings and parties and things, these kinds of events that can, you can do an event, any kind of event at these. So it's like if we could reach out, it's just all about meeting these people and letting them know that, hey, we're here.
Beautiful, man. Well, thank you so much again for sharing. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for the update. And again, I wouldn't be here if I hadn't had the push of you walking in and meeting you to start a show. So,
That's what
um,
it's all about, man.
yeah, brother, I give credit where credit is due, and I sincerely appreciate your friendship and look forward to see what we do together. Because again, I think that the team that we're putting together right now, and as we continue to move forward, is just getting stronger in numbers. So,
That's it. And that's the whole thing about why I started, is to inspire other people. That's my whole thing, is people to find it within. Hey, I could do this too. And so we can inspire other people to come on the show, and maybe even have their own show, and
oh,
that's what's
dude,
cool about it. That's why I want to have that, give that opportunity like you are, for people to, share their story and share their passion. So thanks
yeah,
for having me
for sure.
on your show. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, brother. And I look forward to talking with you soon. I'll give you a call tomorrow and we can discuss some things we got going on. All right.
Yep. Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you,
Damien.
Victoria, for the compliment. Thank
Yeah, I
you,
was going to
everyone in the
say,
crowd. Shout
yeah,
out to all the viewers.
for sure. Thank you, Damien. Take care. All right. Gosh, what an awesome show. And I just want to run over to the comments over here. And while I do that, thank you again, Damien, Ari, Teresa, for doubling back and giving us an update. If you guys missed any of those podcasts, if you guys missed those live shows, go tune in, go check them out. Teresa's story is absolutely incredible. Ari, same thing. If you want to see me have a hypoglycemic attack on camera, if that if that tickles your fancy, well, you could go check it out because yeah, I mean, I did my best. I held it down for the live show, and Ari completely held up the show with very poignant answers. And I mean, he just jumped on like he'd been doing this for, years and years and years. He's a true vet in the game. But let's go ahead and go over to the comments real quick. Cybersecurity Sensei, we see you. There's some claps in there. Thank you for that. And apparently my soundboard is not working, or else I'd give you some right now. Um, Nick A. RPG, sorry, we're late to your comments, guys. He says that's incredible. I believe that he's talking about Cars for Tucson. What a cool mission. What a cool mission. And that's why I want to get these streams out there. I want to get these videos out there, this podcast out there, because these guys are really making a difference. I'm hoping to bring you guys just a behind the curtain view of wisdom, knowledge, business building, and what it takes. And I want to give that to you via this show. Now, you have people that are making real differences in the community, like Ari. So we thank you, Ari, because that is really something special to give cars away, to make mechanic work cheap. Gosh, I mean, it's really, really God's work for sure. Uh, Victoria Ward, hi sis, I see you out there. Victoria Ward says honesty is one of the greatest values. Absolutely. Yeah, when it comes to a mechanic shop, I mean, how many people have been dunced by one? Okay. All right. And I consider myself to be somewhat mechanically inclined. And I still feel like I've had dunce caps put on my head over and over by mechanic shops. So if you need honest work, go to Aero Automotive and tell them People Helping People Live sent you, that you saw him on the show. We appreciate you guys. Let's see who else we got in here. Nick A RPG, man, we appreciate you for coming in. Gosh, you're always here. You're always supporting, and you're in the chats, man. He says, loving it, giving me something to look forward to each day. All the people I've connected with, dude. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That really means a lot. Yeah, like I said, I was getting overwhelmed earlier because of the feedback that I've had from the guests that have been on the show. They left feeling inspired and invigorated, and it just felt like an immediate. It was an immediate sense of accomplishment and gratitude and purpose. And gosh, all those mushy words that you're supposed to feel when you're on the right path. I was feeling them, and so I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. Um, and Nick A. RPG says it's good to know when crime is being committed and who's committing it. Unfortunately, I've seen people I know on hearings too. So yeah, over at 857 Tucson, they give you the news. They give you the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, the rights, the wrongs. They give you the news that you're probably not going to see on the actual news. So you got reporters on the streets basically that have their ears to the streets that are giving you real stories. And so you have to commend 857 Tucson for bringing that to the people. And then he does live hearings too. So you can jump in on the court and see what's going on and what's happening to people. Zena and Theodore say hi, Uncle Alex. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that. Hi, Zena. Hi, Theo. That's my niece and nephew. I miss you guys. They're up in Oregon. I love you, Zena B. I love you, Theo. You guys are the best. I can't wait to have you guys down here soon. And Zena says, tell Uncle Alex I love and miss him. Well, gosh, I love and miss you too, Zena B. I'm excited to see you guys sooner than later. Anyways, so no worries. Great to be here connecting from Green Valley. Cybersecurity Sensei says that. And Nick A. RPG says, much love. Once again, thank you everybody for being on this episode of People Helping People Live. I'm just overwhelmed with the amount of support, and we are going to transfer everybody that's on Facebook over to the YouTube channel because Facebook has demonetized us. So youtube.com/at People Helping People Live. Go ahead and subscribe over there and hit the notification bell if you want to see us come on and just bring you value from the business owners, the artists, the musicians, and get a little behind the curtain view of these types of people and why and how and who, and just get to know them. Last but not least, if you know somebody, if you are somebody, say you're an artist, say you're a musician, say you are the business owner, let me know. Okay, down here, this banner, Alexander J on Instagram. The Instagram handle is at People Helping People Live. It's on Instagram and YouTube. Same thing, People Helping People Live. Let me know. Let's get you on the show. If you don't want to be on the show, but you know somebody that would be good for the show, let's get them on the show. Let's get them on here. Let's talk to them. I want to open the doors for anybody and everybody who has a story, and everyone does. So if they're down to come on, let's get it going. Wow, that was a mouthful. And I love you guys. I can't tell you how grateful I am for this. So thank you for giving me purpose, and thank you for allowing me to be of service to you. And if you tuned in today, I appreciate you. Anyways, y'all, everybody have a beautiful evening. I would hit a song on my outro, but my soundboard is not working for some reason. So there's not going to be any music, but I love you guys, and we will see you on the next one. Deuces.